cannot stop dancing to that entrance music. Oh my God, I love it so much, man. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Are you drinking wine? You feeling fine? Are you drinking whiskey? And listen to me.
Frisky?
Hey, yeah, we could probably do that. Oh man, another episode of Lagers&Life, episode 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, well, I mean, 6.1, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so here's the tale.
Preach on.
Last week, and again, you guys aren't going to really notice the difference because
It will never be
yeah,
aired.
we tape weeks out, and if we don't want it aired, it doesn't get aired. But last week we recorded an entire episode, probably about I don't know, an hour and a half worth of material, none of which is ever going to hit the air. None of it. Not a cent of it will you ever hear. It's gone.
It's words, dude.
Yeah.
We're not paying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's gone. It's gone forever.
Okay.
In any event, before we begin today,
Okay.
I got a little.
What grinds my gears?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bone to pick with the world.
Because you got that expression in your
Yeah.
face, man.
I'm not happy with humanity right now. And let me explain. Okay, so
Talk to me.
So I had a really pretty good day at work. Had a couple of good sales, that kind of thing. Pretty decent day at work.
All right.
But because I had such a good day, I had to actually take a deposit to the bank, which I don't normally have to do because most of the time people pay on a credit card or what have you.
Okay.
But today somebody actually wrote me a check or gave me cash. I think wrote me a check
right.
today. So I had to make a deposit at the bank. So I had to take a different route home than what I normally have to, and it's really only 5 minutes out of the way, if that. I have to actually drive by like my parents' house. I have to go the long about way to get here.
Okay.
So I'm on my way there. I'm driving up, and what it's just a 2-lane road. It's nothing major. It's not like a major 4-lane highway or even 6-lane or anything like that. It's just one direction either way. Tiny little freaking road. In the suburbs of New York. And so I'm driving up this road. I pass a stop sign perfectly fine, no problems. And then I come up on to my left, basically in the middle of the road. Basically the middle of the road. So I got to swerve to the other lane, we'll say, to not hit this. Somebody hit a fucking deer and then just left it and drove away.
Just like at that moment.
No, I don't know. I don't know when it
just...
happened. I don't know when it happened. The deer was just in the middle of the road. There was a deer in the middle of the road. So somebody hit a deer, didn't call anybody, didn't do anything about it, just drove the fuck away.
Jesus Christ.
So me being the animal lover that I am,
That's right.
that hurts me. That hurts my soul. Like, how can you be so soulless as to hit another fucking living creature, hit it square on, possibly kill it? I don't know if it was alive. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was dead. It didn't look like it was moving, but what if it was?
Yeah.
And then just drive the fuck away.
Exactly.
Drive the fuck away. So, I mean, when I made it to the bank, which wasn't much further down the road, I pulled off, I did my deposit, and then I called the police. Like you do. Like a person does.
Okay.
Like an actual person, you call the police because you need to get this animal removed from the road. The person who actually hit the animal should have done that.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Accidents happen. A deer runs out in front of you. It's
out,
probably going to get hit. I get that. I understand that. I mean, again, I am an animal lover. It does hurt me a little bit, and it sucks. It sucks,
Yeah.
but that happens.
Yeah.
It happens. But take ownership of it.
That's right.
Own it. Be a fucking man or a woman. I don't know who you were. I don't know who you were or what was going through your mind, but you're a piece of shit. You should step up as a person, and that's all I have to say about it. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest.
That's okay. Dude, I cringe every time I see roadkill. I don't care if it's a squirrel, raccoon, whatever. It's like I'm driving on country roads most of the time during my day. I'm like, and it's just like, just that split second, like, oh, because I'm just like, I don't want my tires to hit it, not because I don't want to like get blood on the car because it's a piece of shit anyway. But
you
just the fact that I'm like, I don't want to like, it feels like it's still here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to desecrate something's corpse.
Exactly.
Essentially. Yeah, I get that. So, I mean, yeah. So, like I said, I'm driving down the road. There's a deer just in the middle of the fucking road. Are you kidding me? And how much damage? And let's look at it from a practical side, okay? How much damage did you do to your car hitting a fucking deer, first of all? that you don't want to call the cops at very least to have a police report to give to your insurance company.
Exactly.
So you're probably an even bigger piece of shit because you were probably drunk, and that's why you didn't stick around. You useless pile of humanity. This is what's wrong with the world: is useless fucking people. Useless fucking people.
Oh my God.
And I'm still built up on it. And this was a couple hours ago, and I'm still built up on it. Like it tore into me, and I gotta.
Were you there with the cops? Were you like,
No,
hey,
no,
it's this,
I
this,
was
this,
already.
like, what happened?
I was already up the road by the time I called the cops, and I called the cops just to let them know, hey, there's a deer in the road. It looks like some stupid fuck hit it and then just drove away, and clearly they didn't know about it because they would have said, we understand, we already have somebody on the way or something like that.
Yeah.
So no, they didn't know about it. They said, okay, well we're gonna get on that. We're gonna take care of that. I'm gonna send somebody out. And so to me, that's you didn't even have a common fucking decency to make a phone call. You don't even have to stick around. Ideally, you should stick around because, like I said, you want a police report, you want it for your insurance. So ideally, you should stick around. But you didn't have the common decency to stick around or to even make the phone call.
That's
to
right.
make the phone call and then just drive away. If you make the phone call and then drive away, whatever, at least you made the phone call. But you didn't even fucking do that. How the fuck? I can't verbalize my anger. I can't. It's just, I hate people.
Brother,
I fucking hate people.
This is why we create booze. It's gonna just calm that shit down.
Yeah,
I'm mad too. It's just
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean,
Oh.
you didn't see it.
I
You
didn't.
didn't
True.
like you
True.
weren't you didn't live it, and it's like I totally would have pulled over right there, but there were cars behind me, and so I didn't personally
Yeah.
stop right then and there, but I stopped as soon as I could safely and comfortably, and I called the authorities like a human being does. Fucking people, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sorry. We were going to talk about
Yeah.
something specific for the day.
We're just-
and I couldn't keep that in. I
Phrasing.
have a fucking platform to the world, and I needed to get it out there.
That's okay.
So,
That's why this is here, man. It's
right.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, and the person who hit that animal probably is never going to hear this, but if you do, go fuck yourself. I will fuck you up. That is all. Carry on. I believe you were going somewhere. How was your day?
For the Martinez Minute being brought to you by Anger. All right. Well, how am I supposed to top that? It's like going after George Carlin. Well, I
wouldn't say I have Carlin style rage. Well, I mean, at this very moment, maybe
Psychotic
I do,
hatred?
but I don't have his articulation. I can't get words out that well. Anyway.
it came out well, phrasing. Good thing for me is I actually bought a house.
Oh, that's right.
I-
That's right.
yeah,
How's
I
that
bought-
going? How's the
it's-
whole thing?
Which, for those of you who haven't planned on it or are still living with Mama, live with Mama. There's always free meals, all that good stuff. Another checkbox of adulthood saying, "Hey, bought a house." Next year, I get to check off this other box called 30 to Corpse, which is just amazing.
Yeah, dude,
So,
30's going to be awesome, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But
20s were a shit show. 30's going to be awesome.
no, Tate is just like, oh crap. But my only thing is like I feel as though I'm mature about it, but at the same time I'm kind of dreading that first mortgage check and be like, I get to do this crap for the next 30 years. What the shit is going on with my life? God damn it.
I mean, that's what it is.
But since we are doing this in the basement, or as I call it, the dungeon, and this is your first house that we're in, and I think we're coming up in your first year, roughly.
Not quite. We got a few months out still.
Okay.
Actually, at right around my wedding will be
Shit.
the first year because I proposed within the first week of moving in this house,
Okay.
and we're getting married basically about a year after I proposed. So within like a week or so of the marriage,
All right.
sometime around then, will be actually our first year.
Fair enough. So since you've been in the house close to a year, and I'm about to embark on that stuff, do you have any tips, do's, don'ts? Because help brother out, man. Because I have no idea what the freak to expect or what to do.
Well, it depends. Every house is different, and I don't know your house. I haven't actually seen it yet. Obviously you're still working on the whole closing process, and
That's lovely.
yeah, that's a nightmare in of itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's here. Sign these papers. Okay. Now send me these other papers that we already have. Okay. All right. Now send me these other papers that again we should already have. Okay. And you know what? While you're at it, could you send me that first set of papers? Because I don't even know where they went. Oh, okay. You're sending the same thing 15 different times with 14 different signatures on it. You're signing the same thing over and over again, and it's all nonsense.
It is.
It's all just nonsense.
Oh, when you see run your credit report 3 times, I'm like, every time you check my credit report, it goes down like significantly. At one point,
they understand that though. They understand that.
But brother, at one point it was at 808, which is practically
That's
close
beautiful.
to
That's
goddamn perfect.
Yeah, mine's never been that. That's fucking beautiful.
So this is paying your bills and all that good stuff. So yeah. One tip: pay your fucking bills, and if you can't, just try to pay the minimum 25 or whatever.
Pay
the bills.
Pay the minimum. Pay your bills, kids.
Yes. From 2 slowly about to be drunken kids by the end of this podcast. But yeah, I thought it was just gonna be like, hey, I'm selling a house. Great. How much you want for it? 140,000. Okay, that's a little bit out of my range. How's 132 sound? Great. I'll be eating 8,000, but trust me, you'll be getting a great house. Tour, do what you gotta do. Okay, you do 132. I don't have 132,000 on me, but I can probably get the money. Let me talk to my bank. Hi, bank? Yeah, I have X amount right now. I need to buy a house that's worth this much. Could you give me some money? Sure. You look like a good citizen of the United States. You look at that tie. It's a great tie. It's a red, white, and blue tie. It symbolizes America. We should give you some money. Great. Here's some money. Okay, great. But make sure you can pay this. Do you think you can pay it off? Sure. I can pay it off. You can trust this face, can't you? Sir, I will buy the house with this money I have. That's what I thought the process was going to be.
Oh no, it's a lot more paperwork.
We need to prove your work history, your credit history, your baby mama drama history, all that crap. And just, I've never been so frustrated just buying a house. I'm like, dude, I just want to buy the freaking house. It's a beautiful house. It has everything I wanted, like small little land, gas fire pit, just bay window, which I'm a sucker for. I know it sounds gay, but fuck off. Yeah. Bay windows where you can just look out and just see the stars.
Rachel really wanted a bay window, but she settled for the big, the big window we have in the front yard.
All right.
We settled for that because this house had just about everything else we wanted.
Exactly. Exactly.
You make your concessions where you can.
Exactly. It's a small ranch style home, and it's close to pretty much everything. I'm close to 2 grocery stores, a couple banks, Hobby Lobby, for God's sakes, and just I'm close to everything, including the mall and the highway, which gets me downtown, which is amazing. And I'm absolutely happy with the house, but it's just the whole process of just when can I close? When can I move in?
Oh yeah.
Because right now my parents are helping me trying to move a lot of stuff out of the house and what I need, what I don't want, going through everything with a fine-tooth comb, saying, because why bother having stuff that you haven't used when you were 7, move into a house that's collect even more dust? Makes sense. So we're going through every single room, put it in the garage, having that stay there, except for electronics and clothes, that kind of stuff. Crap I'm gonna need. So it's just every single day, it's just one thing after another. It's make sure you bring this up from the garage, and make sure you bring this up from the basement, and make sure you polish it off, and make sure it looks nice. Which is good and thorough, because I've pretty much been that guy who is if you give me a project back in high school or whatever, it's due next Friday, I'll have it done by Wednesday the latest, because I'll be up all night drawing plans and doing all this stuff. People who just do it the last minute and get 100.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's how I
guys
roll,
guys like me, 75. I'm like, how the frick? What? I'm like at every single thing. What did I miss? Oh, you did this. People who just, God damn, I hate you fuckers.
Yeah,
it's just I know. So some people just
some of it's luck, some of it's skill.
Some work better under pressure, and some I'm just I just want to get it done so I can drink more beer. But it's just I don't know how you do it, man. People just yeah, this is coming up. Oh my God, this is happening. 100 me bust his ass up to Wednesday and make sure everything's right, everything's done. Yeah, not even close.
No, I've always been better at winging it. Doesn't really matter what the situation is. I'm just better at just making it up as I go along. You know, I don't. If I take the time to sit down, prep it out, really, do
Right.
the work, it turns out like crap. And it seems overthought. It seems unnatural,
All right.
and that's exactly what it is, at least for me. When I go off the cuff and I just fucking just start doing something, it works.
So pretty
Usually,
all right.
sometimes it doesn't. Lots of times it doesn't. But
Yeah.
it-
So it's pretty much what watching Whose Lines It Anyway, which is like improv versus like an
yeah.
actual
Except
scripted
I
comedy.
don't know that I could ever do improv. You know what I
Re-
mean? Like, I don't think I could do it. It's not that I don't think that quick. It's that I just don't think that way.
All right.
I don't think, like, here's the situation. No. I think in terms of what's happening right the fuck now. And, what's happening right now is
So observation.
this right here.
Yeah.
And that's
So like observational stuff. So it's like, hey, you know what? Like you said, like you had your rant. You're just like, this is what happened today. This is kind of like more observational, like what you had observed, versus
Well,
just
yeah,
be
I
like,
mean,
oh, here's a format.
yeah,
This is
I'm
what's
a-
gonna happen. The
I'm-
guy's
yeah,
gonna do this.
I'm always better at just telling you, like, if we're just talking, I'm way better at just telling you things that have happened to me or things that I like and I think about on a random basis, whereas actually doing research and things like that. Fuck research. I don't do research. As many of you, I'm sure, can tell, I do zero research on lots of things, and I still talk about them. And whether it's actual information I'm spewing or just opinion, who the fuck knows? But I spew it out anyway. And a lot of time, it sounds good. And that's
Yeah.
what I shoot for.
Exactly.
It sounds good.
30%,
And that's what works for me.
Yeah,
I don't
30%
know.
of our podcast is sheer bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, 30%? You're generous, dude. I'd say like 70.
But it's 100% goddamn good entertainment. So cheers to us. So yeah, so buying a house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just looking
No,
at
it's a fucking
everything.
nightmare.
Yeah,
I mean,
Paying your
the
cat-
whole, owning a house, it's rewarding. It's great. I absolutely love it. But the whole buying process was a goddamn nightmare. Yeah, I mean, for sure. But now that we're here, now that we're living here, oh, dude, it's fantastic. It's the greatest thing I've ever
yeah.
done. But
Like-
the month or two leading up to that was the most stressful time in my life ever. Yeah. The most stressful time in my life. It was terrible.
Even like final exams in high school and all that bullshit.
Oh, I didn't give a shit about final exams. Again, didn't we just talk about how I just wing it? That's what I did for
You're
final
like,
exams.
"Oh my God."
I just walked in and went, all right, let's do this. I was a great test taker because I had no test anxiety.
I envy you because I took the SATs twice, couldn't get above 1,000. Yeah.
I don't remember what I got. I think I got 11 something
Yeah.
like that.
And I took the SAT prep course, all that stuff. It's like, maybe I'm just a
Yeah,
bit. For me, it's just like I'm in a moment. I'm like doing this thing. I'm hearing either a random tap
I
in.
forgot
all this stuff.
that I was actually even supposed to take the SATs, and then I was like, oh shit, my test is today. I should get down to that place.
Make
And,
sure you get your ID, your number 2 pencil. and
Yeah, I showed up with a fucking pencil and
Pajama pants and a Slipknot shirt.
I don't know, but I showed up. I took the test and I walked away. Is the SATs the one with math on it, or is that the ACTs?
I don't even remember. It's
For the one with math on it, I forgot my calculator. I didn't bring a calculator at all. I just
said fuck it.
I completely forgot. And by the time I got to that section of the test, I was like, oh shit. Well, I'll just do it anyway.
Yeah.
And was what it was.
Give me a
But
percentage.
that's how I live my life.
Oh my god. See, part of me just like wants to relive, just have that portion of my brain where I could just say fuck it and just say, you know what, it is what it is.
There's not
Yeah.
a single portion of my brain that's not fuck it. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, I have my
even-
anxieties now and then too. Like I stress out about certain things, but in general, I find it a lot easier to just be like, nah, life is what it is. Fuck it. That just works for me. I don't know.
Like, what's the best way that you handle stress? Even if it's like, even if you have like booze is not involved, because if it's at work or like, how do you handle stress? Do you take a deep breath? Do you remember some Buddhist quotes or some shit like that?
Most of the time it's a matter of just let it go, or I vent it out. The best way that I have to get any stress or anxiety out is just vent it out. Like, this upset me. Let me just yell at somebody or something else for just like 5 minutes, and then it's done. It's done. It's over with. It's gone.
Yeah.
You know, just like earlier.
Yeah.
You know, I let it out. Done. Over with. And now it's beyond me. You know, I still think that person's a piece of shit, but it's gone. You know, the anger I had, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know,
Alright.
for the most part.
So we're gonna pull like the Lion King, like whatever. Now it's in the past.
Yeah, well, a little bit. You know, it's kind of live and let live. It is what it is. But I do have my moments of just absolute either anger or stress or anxiety or fear, and those happen. Those happen to absolutely everybody. But you know, the best way that I have to get rid of it is just get rid of it. Like, just let it go. None of it. It's all bullshit, and none of it fucking matters.
Alright.
Wasn't that Carlin?
Yeah.
It's all made up, and none of it fucking matters. I don't remember exactly how he said it, but I'm paraphrasing it. But yeah,
It's either Bill Hicks or
no,
George Carlin.
I think that was Carlin.
Because we're on for this roller coaster ride. We go have our ups and downs and all that crap, and it's just spinning roller coaster of fun. You just gotta hang on and hope to God you don't, let go.
I mean, I don't know. That is my life philosophy, generally speaking. Blah, blah is my
Exactly.
life philosophy.
Exactly.
That is it. So anyway, what else has been going on with you, my friend?
Just been pretty much just enjoying, my, life with Michael. I know it's like every other episode, it's like about Michael, but just it's. Like I said, it's
dude,
like
that's what this is. This is talking
I
about
don't
our
want to be
lives.
this.
So
I don't want to
this
be
is
like
where we
this.
sit down, we talk
I don't
about
want this,
our lives.
but I don't want to be like
it's
every
Loggers
episode.
in life, bro. Let's.
Okay, fair enough. But I want to be like every.
We're
like
drinking.
This is what
we're drinking Pilsner and talking about life. So carry on.
Fair enough.
Talk about life.
I don't want to be this like ooey gooey. It's like, oh my God, it's like the freaking.
If you get
the
too weird,
O
I'll let you
network.
know. You never have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll let you know.
Just because my boyfriend's car was pretty much, I wouldn't say, was broken into the other day, and
It's not pretty much. It was
was pretty,
into.
yeah,
It was.
it was, yes,
He
it
got
was.
robbed.
He got
Motherfucker got
It's-
robbed. Got it.
Thank you. And I gave him a really good anniversary gift. And I know we said no gifts, but being the sentimental piece of shit that I am, I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna give you an engraved lighter. Just like have your name on it. Kind of looks
Yeah.
fancy as it, but whatever.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. The son of a bitch took that too.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, part of me is just like,
Anything they can sell, anything they can sell.
exactly. Part of me is thinking, I got you this gift, you.
That's
But
not
at the
his
same
fault.
time,
That's not his fault at all.
at the same time, I know he got robbed, and I get it, and he felt bad. But part of me just wanted to be like, but for a second, I'm just like, wait a minute, none of that matters. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It's just some of my other equipment that I use for my job is pretty much jacked up and stolen and shit like that, and I'm just like, okay, you're okay. Everything's fine. It's not fine. But you're okay. You can breathe. He's like, and at that moment, I just didn't care because I know,
Yeah.
18-year-old me was like, you did what? Now I'm just like,
No,
it's
dude,
okay.
there was
it's
no
sentimental.
control. He had no control over it.
It was,
You know?
it was the guy, and my boyfriend lives in the country, so the fact that like his next neighbor is, well, not really his next door neighbor because that's like about 100 yards away, but the next neighbor after that is probably a good 5-6 miles to the next neighbor. So I'm just like, well, how do they keep doing a string of that? Not a word on local stations or newspapers saying like, hey, by the way, if you live in the country, crap's going down, lock your shit. If you get robbed,
Well, you know,
tell the
you know-
authorities.
you know why
that
it's
you would
not-
think like it would promote at least some saying, hey,
I get what you're saying, but you're too used to living around here because you know what they do out there. You find out in the fucking boonies, you find somebody fucking rooting around your shit, you shoot them. That's just what you do. You know, so people out there.
Yeah, we're not redneck, we're Yankees, bro.
Well, not as much. Not as much as that they don't care that people are stealing their shit, but it doesn't happen as often because everybody in those towns knows everybody, and so it's going to get around. You're gonna figure it out. Or somebody's
But
going to figure it out and let you know, and
Yeah.
then somebody's getting fucking shot.
But
And
it's
that's
just-
how that shit works.
But that same night, it's just like they rummaged through my boyfriend's car, stole the gift and some of his equipment that he used for his job. They also stole a car. Now you would think that the sheriffs or deputies or whatever would at least dust the car for prints, on my boyfriend's car because they would have to at least leave something, even if they left a glove or something.
This is actual police work and not CSI Miami. Like this isn't
Well,
the
you could
TV shows.
anyone could dust for prints. You got
Yeah.
flour and a brush. Keep
Yeah,
doing
this
or
isn't the
talc or
TV
whatever.
shows. That's not TV. That's the problem. Is TV romanticizes it so much. That's not how police work actually works for the
Everything's
most
got to
part.
go through protocol and
There's
signatures
protocols,
and
and then most of the time it's just like, well, shit got stolen. Your insurance is going to cover it anyway, and there's a 97% chance that we're not going to catch this guy.
that's that's what I'm saying. That's just like your stuff is either probably gonna be down in an ocean or down in a river, and we can't do jack shit about it. And I'm thinking, really, it's just.
That's how it works.
I
That's
understand,
what it
but
is.
like,
It's not,
don't. So people just give up just like that after 2 fucking days. Like,
it's
why?
not
Why?
that anybody is giving up. I'm
They
sure there's.
did.
I'm sure
They
they're
flat out
still.
did.
I'm sure they're still like looking, but at the same time,
It's not on their. It's not on the radar.
it's
No
not.
one's getting
It's not
killed.
their-
No one's getting
it's not-
shot.
Yeah,
No,
it's not high priority.
Yeah.
You know, they have other shit they need to worry about. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
no one's running
you know.
over deers. I'm just saying.
Right.
They're like, no one's doing anything. I know it's just like company property, all that crap. I get that, but I don't know. It's like part of me just wants to believe in cops and believe that they're all good. So you're gonna have
For the
some.
most part, absolutely, they are.
But
you know?
it's just
And
like,
you're
but-
gonna have
but-
bad apples no matter what. But that is what it is. That's life. You know, you're gonna have douchebags will be douchebags no matter what their profession. That's just that is what it is. But no, and it's not that the police are doing a bad job. It's that there's really not anything they can do. Because let's say they found fingerprints. All right, now you're still out in the boonies, so they have to match those fingerprints to the fingerprint database that they have
Correct.
of people in the area.
Yeah.
Which is probably minimal. And
Yeah, well,
and that would
that probably
probably
doesn't.
what's a fingerprint going to get you? It's not going to get you much, at least in an area that with that small of a population, because most of them probably haven't been fingerprinted. So it's going to tell you nothing.
Yeah. Worst case scenario could be a first-time offender from the
what
city.
so what their plan is probably, and I don't want to say for sure, but what their plan is probably to be looking for the materials that were stolen from his car being sold somewhere. You know, that
Fair.
kind of thing.
It's nothing-
and
although-
that's the best way to do it. Is if you see it getting sold somewhere
At a
else,
swap meet or whatever.
at a swap, yeah, what have you, then that's the guy you go after, and that's all you really can do. You know, you can't really do too much more. It's again, this isn't CSI. This isn't major crimes.
It's nothing. It's nothing
it's
of value.
You know,
It's
honestly, it's small petty theft, and I get it. I get your emotion behind it. You know, I get your anger, but it's small petty
I know.
theft.
It's-
and that's I mean
that's what I'm like. I'm not saying like all like I said all cops suck because it's like that's
no,
probably one of
dude,
the toughest
these
jobs.
Guys these guys are doing their
It's-
job. They're doing their job legit. It's just in a situation like that, what can you do?
Exactly.
And it's like, you know, like the situation I was talking about earlier. Are they ever going to find the asshole that hit the fucking deer? No, because that's not how it actually works.
Yeah.
But they're going to, you know, at least remove the animal from the road.
All right,
That's-
but going slightly back to that because I kind of thought popped into my head.
Yeah.
And I know some people when they run over the deer, sometimes they keep the meats or whatever that.
No,
comes
but
from-
that's not. No, it was.
I know. But I'm just saying, like, I know, but sometimes people run over the deer and be like, "Well, it's dead. It's not moving. Is the humane thing to eat it, or do we bury it?"
If
And what's your take on that? Because
Yeah,
I know
mean,
some
you
people
know,
are like,
do
"Oh,
what-
it's good venison. It's
do what you feel is done. I mean, you know, at that point, then maybe I don't waste the animal, but at the same point, now you got a lot of bruised meat and things like that. It doesn't work. So ideally, you know, really just call the authorities, move the animal off of the road,
yeah,
and that's really all you have to do.
exactly. It's
And if you don't move it off the road, at least call the authorities, let them do it.
Yeah.
And that's all you got to do.
Because
That's
like
it.
deer is not like a 50, I can't bench press a deer. It's just like it's a pretty
It's
big
a big
animal.
creature. Yeah. So if you can't do it yourself, but for whatever reason you don't want the police report, you don't want the cops to be in your business, fine. At least make the phone call. Make the phone call.
Yeah.
Call them. Tell them. Listen. Even if you don't say I hit a deer, say somebody hit a deer. Blah blah blah. But you know, let somebody know.
Yeah.
Alert the authorities. Don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's
but,
it.
But I thought there was like a law either either I think it was Lexi Law, which, for those who don't know, in New York State, a skateboarder was pretty much just chilling, doing her thing. This rich doctor's son bitch had a couple too much to drink, and then all of a sudden, just like, without even thinking, just pretty much hit and run. Pretty much left her for dead. And now there's a law saying if you even hit something, either it's property or human or otherwise, you have to stay there, remain on the scene until authorities arrive.
Yeah, that doesn't mean everybody's going to do that.
I understand.
But the idea is, even if you don't do that, call the authorities anyway. Even if you don't wait for them to arrive, call them and let them know. One way or the other. That's all you got to do. That's all I'm saying.
Like, that thought just like literally popped in my head as we were talking about the other conversation. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
maybe,
no,
can
I,
this
but
guy?
like I said, laws or not, at least do the right thing and make a phone call. Doesn't even you don't have to say what happened at all. Just say there is a deer in the middle of the road here. Have someone
Right.
check it out. That is all.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. It's all I did.
Okay.
That's
And
all you have to do.
Okay.
Don't just hit and run anything. Don't hit and run anything.
Yeah.
How about that? Just don't hit and run. You hit somebody's car, you hit a freaking mailbox, you hit a deer, or just don't hit and run.
Yeah.
Hit, and if you have to leave for whatever reason, at least call.
Yeah.
That's it.
Even after the fact, get to just don't call a driver, text and drive, because that it's
Yeah,
bad.
don't do that. But
so just slowly as safe as you can.
yeah,
So
once it's safe to do so, make a phone call. That's all we're saying, people.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick. Be a dude.
or dudette for that matter.
Sure, I use dude as a general, but that's
Okay,
that's
okay.
fair. Dudette just seems weird.
Come on,
I
dudette,
guess.
yeah.
Right.
1980s.
We're not in 1986. Dudette's weird.
Unless if you're talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is a whole new conversation entirely, because we all know who the best turtle was. Leonardo.
Well, now you're just 10 kinds of wrong, but that's okay.
Another topic, another time. I know.
Right, for sure. So that's basically, just life in general. Be a good person,
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
I don't know.
It's yeah. Can you be? Because I know you're an animal lover, and obviously and you're also eat meat, and I'm not going through the PETA thing. I'm not having that PETA angle. Like you should eat vegetables and whatnot. But you continue. You say that you're an animal lover, yet you eat meat.
Yeah.
Help me understand.
Well, I'm a human being. I'm not. I'm not a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. And I love animals, absolutely, but I don't think that I have to not touch. I need protein in my diet. I need this. And that, and even people who like vegetarians weird me out because vegetarians are like, no, you don't eat things with faces. But you know what? Fish are okay, I guess. Fish is one. And it's like, no, make up your fucking mind. Make up your fucking mind. Either you don't eat animals or you do, or you just be a human being and you eat whatever the fuck you want. Everything in moderation. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I get some of PETA's stuff. You don't want stuff coming from those huge, gigantic industrial
McDonald's.
Keeping things in terrible conditions and stuff like that.
Like veal.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, whatever. Like you don't want that kind of stuff, and I get that. I support that, but to not eat meat in general, I don't.
For me, I rarely eat meat as is. Like I like every now and again, cool, a steak every now and again, chicken every now and again. But me, I'm cool with. I'm not saying like we can't make friends with salad because you really can't. But at the same time, it's just like every now and again.
I mean, a salad's fine and pasta's fine and shit like that. I got no qualms.
I'm not hardcore, carnivore and eating steak.
No. I mean,
4
I
or
love
5
steak. I
nights.
do love steak.
I know
love
you
me
do.
a good steak, but it's not like I gotta eat it every day or anything. No. But again, everything in moderation. Red meat in moderation. Chicken in moderation.
That's right.
Fish I don't touch, but that's just me. I just don't like it. But a lot of people do. So, cheers to you.
LagersandLife, you're diet experts for everything.
Not even a little bit. We're sitting here drinking beer. But again, beer in moderation, unless you're hosting a podcast.
In that case, why aren't you drinking with us?
They probably are. At least I hope they are.
Oh yeah. Please tell us what you're drinking in the comments so we know you know what, if you're drinking, Apothic Red or Labatt Blue or, Jack Daniels. So
Yeah, let us know what you guys drink. Let us know what you like.
Yeah, because I need to build up my bar, apparently.
Yeah, well, cheers to you.
Thank you, man.
Cheers to all of you.
Thank you.
Anybody listening, thanks for listening, and you know what? Cheers. Let us know what you're drinking because we want to feel like we're drinking with you. That's kind of the whole idea. Is we want to feel like we're drinking and having a conversation with anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody who's listening, keep active with us. Keep interacting with us. We not that we tape this live by any means, but we like to get the feedback on online on the SoundCloud and Facebook and that kind of shit. I say that kind of shit, but those are the only two fucking formats we have
for now. So, but yeah, but we're getting like a lot of hits since practically our first podcast. We've been promoting it, pretty much this grassroots effort, just like saying, hey, tell our friends. And right now we're up to at least 19 or 20 likes on our Facebook page, and probably by now hopefully it's a little bit higher depending on how we.
I got to imagine it's got to be higher, and if it's not, well, we're doing something wrong.
We need to know how to promote it right, but I think we're doing right now. We're just telling our friends right now. I might say we're going to be the next, Shred and Reagan or Opie and Anthony or Nikki Sixx and all that good stuff. Any other podcasts?
Well, the idea is, hey guys, if you're listening to this, if you've enjoyed what you've heard, at least even a little bit in the past 6 episodes now, 5.5 because we're still working through this one. Share us with your friends. Let everybody know. Hey, here's some dudes that are kind of funny. Or maybe here's some dudes that are fucking stupid. You gotta listen to this shit. Like I don't care what.
But you gotta listen to it drunk.
But get us out to the people. Get us out to the masses.
Please do.
Yeah.
We want to control the world, Pinky. Pinky in the brain, really?
No, I followed a little bit, but
Yeah.
Really? You're the brain impersonation was god awful, but that's
fine.
I'm
sorry. Okay.
But yeah. Hopefully, we're getting through to people. We're talking to people.
Do what you gotta do.
Somebody's hearing us and enjoying it.
Yeah.
I know there are a few people out there that are. And for you guys, thank you so much for listening. Keep giving us the comments. Keep keep giving us the feedback. We want the feedback.
We need the love.
Thrive on the feedback. We are whores.
Yes.
When it comes to shit like that. Give us everything you got. Good, bad, indifferent. Just keep throwing it our way. And we'll keep spewing shit while drinking. You
guys are the sugar to our coffee. So, the ice to my whiskey, the ice in my beer.
Ice in your beer? Who's putting ice in beer? What is the matter with you?
I'm not drunk yet, sir. But if we were on the other side of the world, we'd be drinking warm beer. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, you want properly chilled beer. That's what you want.
Speaking like a true American instead
Damn
of
Skippy, son bitch. Damn Skippy.
Because if we were to be like places like Germany where they have like room temperature beer, I'm like,
well, yeah. That's history. That's
but it's just we're used to cold shit.
Why we have cold beer and they don't, right?
We actually invented refrigerators.
Not that we invented refrigerators, but by the time beer really made it popular, made it over to the U.S. and stuff, ice boxes and things like that were prevalent. Whereas in Europe, at the dawn of fucking time, and up until refrigeration was invented, they didn't have that shit. So beer has traditionally been served warm, or at least room temperature. And that's just how they've always drank it. So why cool it when it's always been served room temperature for them?
Because I'm American, Rob. I need my beer cold,
American.
Damn it.
Yeah. So
I don't care if this beer costs me $20. I need it cold.
You get ice cold goddamn beer. In other parts of the world, not so much.
But I do kind of want to go to at least an Oktoberfest or something like that in Germany, or Whiskey Fest in Ireland or whatever. Just actually drink with the locals.
You mean St. Patrick's Day?
Oktoberfest?
No, whiskey. Whiskey Fest in Ireland, isn't that just St. Patrick's Day?
No, it's called Guinness Day because we're from America and that's all we drink in St. Patrick's Day is freaking Guinness beer and green beer because, 'tis the season. I don't know.
I mean, I have my Guinness once a year, but that's
Tradition.
yeah, that's I guess that's it. Yeah, it's tradition. I have Guinness once a year on St. Pat's. That's,
Okay, at least one
that's
year.
what I do. Yeah.
You're like, who likes this watered down
Yeah,
bullshit?
it's not good beer, but I have it once a year because it's
But-
what you do.
But what's been your favorite beer so far, or what style, or what type, or like?
Well, I'm an IPA guy. You know, I love me some IPA.
Alright.
The hoppier, the better. But I prefer bright and hoppy. I don't personally like a lot of the dark stuff, anything like that. You know, brighter and hoppier.
Cool.
That works for me.
All right.
But I think we're running out of steam here a little bit, so maybe we call it for the evening.
At least for now. So,
Check us back next week if you haven't listened to the ones before that.
how dare you?
How dare you? And you should go back. I bet you.
You'll be entertained.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't even know. You know, I bet.
Hopefully.
You know, I bet you'll be listening to things.
Yes. And for those of you who are listening for the first time at episode 6, once again, what the fuck?
Yeah, who does that?
Okay.
But whatever. But yeah,
Now,
good
for
to have
those
you
who-
on board. Good to have you on board.
Then I would like you to repeat this after us with all of our other friends who are and listeners of this show. And it's a little thing that we say every time because it's a damn good Irish saying that the Irish say when they're drinking. It goes, here's to me,
Here's to you.
here's to love and laughter.
I'll be true.
So long as you and not a moment after.
Cheers, brother.
Take care and stay sexy, baby. Mwah. Love ya.